And we welcome you to the Raleigh County Convention Center on Dave Barksdale Court. Tonight, Video Productions presents the final game of this session here in Day 3 of the 2023 New River CTC Invitational. The Pikeview Panthers 3-5 against the Beckley Flying Eagles 2-3 in this boys game. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry, and I'm with two-time National Coach of the Year and from 2004 National Championship Mountain State University Coach Bob Bolin. And Bob, you and I have known each other since birth, and glad to be working with you again for this game tonight. And where we think we're going to have a pretty good one. Beckley 2-3 against Pikeview 3-5. I'm
looking forward to it, Maris. Should have a good one here. Beckley coming off a really close loss against Bluefield, 55-52, where they were out field goaled at 47% to 35. Got down 30-10 early in the game, fought back, closed it to within 3, ended up a great game. And, Pikeview coming in here, third game in 3 days.
Yes.
So we'll see what type of legs they have left after that. But getting to play in this arena and getting to play a 4A school in Beckley, I'm sure Pikeview will come out ready to go.
And, Bob, I think you may or may not be aware of this, something that's going to happen with Beckley tonight and going actually more into Saturday's game that's probably, I don't think, ever happened in their history that I checked out. Because of a water issue, Beckley, as you know, because you did the game Monday against Bluefield, they were supposed to go to Bluefield Tuesday. The game was moved to Monday, and so that made Beckley now, with that home game Monday, with what they already had, and tonight and Saturday, will give Beckley 7 straight home games. And I don't think in over 100 years of basketball, the best I could tell, they've never opened a season with 7 straight home games.
Well, that's good if you win them all. No,
but Beckley they haven't.
yeah, but that's interesting that they play 7 straight home games. Beckley's played a tremendous schedule so far this year. Bluefield's the top AA team in the state. George Washington came in here, a really good team. Beckley's played probably the toughest schedule in West Virginia, even though the games have been at home. So just interesting to watch this young group grow and how they develop, and see if how they played the second half against Bluefield will carry over into tonight's contest.
Right, and where I was going with that, the fact that there will be, after Saturday's game with Huntington here in this event, they'll be a third of the way through their season. That means with 7 home games, the majority of the remainder of their season will be on the road.
Yeah, I look at it that way, but I think 2 of those games were in the Little General and 2 in here. So actually they've only had 3 home games.
Yeah, but technically they've played here.
Right. But I'm just saying, seeing how many were going on the end of the road.
So we're going to take a break, come back and get you ready for the tip. It's 3-5 Pikeview against 2-3 Beckley as you are watching live streaming coverage of the 2023 New River CTC Invitational, streaming live here on Video Productions.
What is advocacy? It's defined as speaking in favor of, arguing for a cause, or pleading on the behalf of others. At New Taylor and Associates, we provide excellence in advocacy. We are in the business of protecting our clients from injustice, helping them get the full compensation they deserve. We're here on your behalf. Without you, our clients, we would not have a purpose. We are excellent advocates. Call New Taylor and Associates for excellence in advocacy.
Arch Beckley, a subsidiary of Arch Resources, is now accepting applications at their mine located in Eccles, West Virginia. Arch Beckley is hiring for equipment operators and preparation plant positions. Arch Beckley offers a comprehensive, highly competitive benefits package, excellent pay, and a bonus program. Submit your application in person at Arch Beckley in Eccles, West Virginia, or check the Arch job site, beckley.aimtrack.com. That's beckley.aimtrack.com. Arch Resources, an equal opportunity employer.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
No matter what it is you need, you'll find it at your local Par-Mar store. From gas to grocery, snacks, and everything else you always seem to run out of, Par-Mar Stores has it. Need more savings? Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. You won't only see our stores in your neighborhoods, you'll see us in your neighborhoods too. We are proud to be in your town and proud to be a part of the community. Come see us at Par-Mar Stores, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
And we welcome you back inside the Raleigh County Convention Center, getting you ready for Pikeview and Beckley. I'm Maris Lowry with Coach Bob Boland. Pikeview 3-5. This will be their third game in as many days. They beat Independence on Tuesday, 67-49. They lost an overtime game, Bob, last night in this event to Wyoming East, 53-50. So 3 straight nights for Pikeview. We'll see how they handle it, especially with the way Beckley likes to play really fast.
Yes, that could be a problem on your third night in 3 games. But when you think about these kids, they're young. I don't remember getting tired at 18. They're young. They'll be ready to play. They probably enjoy games a lot more than practice, so they may be ready to go tonight.
Well, I'm sure they do, and you know from being a former player and then, of course, with a great career in coaching, I'm sure Bob Boland, the player, would rather play. Bob Boland, the coach, would probably rather coach and practice. Is that correct?
You're exactly right. You got that nailed as far as, not being able to prepare for your opponent. That's difficult.
Well, with the way Beckley likes to play and the way they've always played through the years, they really like to play fast. And I thought that in that game Monday, even though they came up a little short, and they got, as you mentioned in one of our previous segments, they got down 30-10, down 20. And no matter who you're playing, especially a quality team like Bluefield, hard to come out of the hole. But I thought they really found something in Jalen Walton inside. Walton was really dominant in the low post in that game.
Yeah, he had 17 points and had 15 in the second half. Played a great game. Played with a lot of fire and emotion in the second half.
Pikeview being introduced, their head coach is Colton Thompson. This is how they'll go. It'll be Peyton Greer, Nathan Wright, Drew Damewood, Zayden Neely, and Caleb Kaiser. Pikeview will be wearing the black uniforms trimmed in red. Beckley being introduced now as let's see who the Flying Eagles will be starting. There's Walton. I didn't catch the preview. I know that obviously Redfern will start. Dillon will start. Let's see who else they've got. They've got Zion Hawthorne, Kobe Dillon, Jalen Walton, Brandon Hawthorne, and Elijah Redfern. And Redfern has really been amazing, especially from the free throw line. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I do think that Redfern, I think 21 of 22 from the foul line.
Let's go. Just put that last game there. 24 out of 26, 92.3% on the year.
That's amazing. And at this point of the season, that might be the highest percentage that I can recall in recent years.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He came into the Bluefield game shooting 19 out of 20, 95%. And he's been money in the bank from the free throw line this year.
And, even the games that Beckley came up short, the first game with Greenbrier East, they led most of the way, and they got beat at the end of the game. They easily could have won that game. They made, as you talked about, a nice rally, the other night against Bluefield, and they just came up a little short. But they've got to get off to a good start. And I think actually Beckley's going to make a change in their lineup, in their starting lineup.
Well, it must have been a late change because
Coach
Kidd told me early we're going with what we've been going with. So is that Kellen Hefferman?
Yeah, Kellen Hefferman has been inserted to the Beckley starting lineup.
In place of Zion Hawthorne.
Correct. So we're ready to go as Braden Hawthorne will be in the center circle, and he will jump against Nathan Wright. Ball's in the air, and we're underway. Beckley controls the tip, going to the basket to my right. Bob looks like Pikeview's going to set up in a zone, and here's a 3-ball by Hefferman right out of the chute, drilling a 3.
Yeah, getting his first start of the year. Maybe Coach Kidd anticipated that zone for Pikeview, and Hefferman with a really good outside shot.
The one thing about it, Bob, he wasn't shy. His first possession, he drains the 3. Beckley turns him over. Redfern on the drive. Dillon from 3. Got it! Splash down, Kobe Dillon.
Yeah, Kobe Dillon with those feet set has all kinds of range.
Yep, making it tough for Pikeview by adding the pressure. Here's a little short shot blocked. That shot that time was
Braden Hawthorne with those long arms, leading shot blocker on the Woodrow team. As we take a look at the replay, Redfern kicks it back, Kobe Dillon. His range is when he walks into the armory, nothing but net.
And the thing about that, too, Bob, able to take time to set his feet and, drill the 3-ball.
Yeah, Beckley hasn't played against the zone very many possessions this year. Look for a lot of work out of Kobe Dillon.
They get the ball down low to Walton. They go low, then high. The 3-ball is too strong by Hawthorne. But Beckley with the offensive rebound. They get the ball down low to Walton, head fake, and a finish and 1.
Yeah, great play by Elijah Redfern, reading the defense, making the proper pass. That little left-handed step to the side pass is not an easy pass. and the big fella, Jalen Walton, with the finish.
And, Bob, I've seen every Beckley game as you have, and I think Walton is really a tough matchup for just about everybody, and everybody Beckley has played and will play.
Yeah, I think he'll be a real tough matchup tonight.
Free throw was good. Beckley off to a good start. Here's Pikeview putting up a shot, and it's contested. Hawthorne swats it away. That was Rife. And there's something on the court. They have to stop play. It looks like a miniature basketball got loose and got out on the floor.
Yeah, that didn't look big enough to stop a fast break, but
well, you don't want any player obviously stepping on it and perhaps turning an ankle. You won't take that kind of chance. So,
well, I can remember playing over East Park. We had to worry about getting ran over by a car. I think they'll be all right.
That was the old days, Bob, when they had chain nets. They don't play like that now. You know that. All right. Dillon will spot up for three in the left corner. Not there. Battle for the rebound, and Pikeview comes out of there with it.
Yeah, good job by Greer there, shielding his body and getting the deflection for the rebound. Beckley's in their traditional half-court man.
There's a little short shot high off the glass, too strong. Beckley comes out of there with it. 2 minutes here into the first quarter. Beckley turns it over. For the ones wanting to know where Pikeview in Mercer County Consolidation Schools, there's a layup right of the lane. Rife scores the first bucket.
Nice give and go. Rife hit the wing, cut right down the middle. Good basket.
We got a foul, and it'll be an out-of-bounds play. It'll be on the floor.
As we take a look, nice pass inside, little bump with the body there by Rife.
So it'll be Braden Hawthorne to throw the ball in. Hawthorne looking for a cutter, finds Redfern in the lane.
Look at that pass.
Beautiful pass. Walton couldn't finish right of the lane.
Well, I'll tell you what, Elijah Redfern making the right play.
And this is Damewood with it. The program's got him listed 14. He's actually number 4 with the ball now. Rife had it, round the horn they go. They get the ball down low, little short shot not there. It's out of bounds, and it will stay with Pikeview.
Nice pass there. What was that? Thomas missed the little bunny. Just getting inserted in the game, a little nervous on that first touch.
So Greer to put it in play, looking for a cutter, and throws the ball off of Redfern. Smart heads up play, didn't want the 5-second count, and Greer couldn't get it in. Let's see what Pikeview does on this trip. There's a 3-ball on the right side, a little too strong. That put up by Rife. Redfern now able to get possession of the ball. 3 on the left corner, good.
I'll tell you what, that's a good substitution, putting Hefferman in the game for his outside shooting ability. That's already 2 threes for the young man.
Yeah, as we watch the replay.
Yeah, Redfern had it, just looked ahead, the zone slow rotating out. Hefferman said, if you're not going to rotate out on me, baby, it's going in the nets.
Right, and Hefferman, shot both of those threes that he's made with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, Stebby, you tell he's a shooter.
So obviously that's why Coach Ron Kidd inserted him into the lineup, thinking they need a little bit more three-point shooting. There's a foul. Another call a jump ball, beg your pardon, but it'll stay with Pikeview.
Yeah, I thought Thomas got hacked in there on that play.
I
thought he
jumped
did
the
a
gun
good
when
job.
I said foul because I thought he got fouled too,
yeah.
Bob. But, the video doesn't lie. We'll just let the video call it. Here's a 3-ball from the left side, a little too strong. That put up by Greer, and back the other way with Beckley out of the open floor. Hefferman with the finish.
Hefferman getting out, running the floor. Elijah Redfern, another assist. Boy, so unselfish. A lot of kids, you go up 14-2, they try to get theirs. Oh,
what a move by Redfern off the steal, and Pikeview calls a timeout. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 4:22 for the opening quarter. Beckley up 14, 16-2. You're watching live streaming coverage of the New River CTC Invitational here on Video Productions.
What is advocacy? It's defined as speaking in favor of, arguing for a cause, or pleading on the behalf of others. At New Taylor and Associates, we provide excellence in advocacy. We are in the business of protecting our clients from injustice, helping them get the full compensation they deserve. We're here on your behalf. Without you, our clients, we would not have a purpose. We are excellent advocates. Call New Taylor and Associates for excellence in advocacy.
Arch Beckley, a subsidiary of Arch Resources, is now accepting applications at their mine located in Eccles, West Virginia. Arch Beckley is hiring for equipment operators and preparation plant positions. Arch Beckley offers a comprehensive, highly competitive benefits package, excellent pay, and a bonus program. Submit your application in person at Arch Beckley in Eccles, West Virginia, or check the Arch job site, beckley.aimtrack.com. That's beckley.aimtrack.com. Arch Resources, an equal opportunity employer.
We welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. I'm Maris Lowry with two-time national coach of the year, Bob Bold. Bob, check out this replay.
Look at the little Euro step. Left, right, off the right foot, fake pass in the middle. Beautiful Euro step by Elijah Redfern.
Yeah, nice finish, nice soft touch.
Something's going on here. I don't know.
Maybe blood on you. I'm not sure. As Fitzwater has to check in. There might be some blood as they're cleaning something up on the floor. As they're going, Hawthorne going back up to the locker room. And you know the rule, if you get blood on your uniform or blood, you have to come out of the ball game. Yeah, he might have to change his uniform. Might be why he went back up top. And they still look like they've got to clean some more things up. But, Bob, while they do that, we got another replay coming.
Yeah, Hefferman getting out front of the break. Was that his 8th point of the game?
That's right. You know,
2 threes, getting out. Hefferman's playing good basketball.
And here's the thing about that, Bob, and obviously you know this as a coach. He hadn't played that much at all, even coming off the bench. But now from not playing to just not only be inserted into the lineup, but being very productive when inserted into the lineup. Exactly.
When your number's called and you produce, that usually creates more playing time. And good for the young man. I mean, first 4 minutes of the game, and then let's take a look at Pikeview on the other side. The give and go.
The oldest playing basketball.
Yeah, nice little give and go there by Nathan Rife with the finish. Beckley up 16-2.
Yeah, it looks like perhaps maybe there was some blood on the floor. They're cleaning it up now. That's what the little delay is. While we got a minute, we'll tell you what's already taken place. Earlier today, Liberty beat Greenbrier West 63-55, and if you didn't see the girls' game, it was an outstanding game. It was really a tale of two halves between Huntington and the Lady Flying Eagles. Huntington got off to a big lead. They led by as many as 13 in the first half. Beckley came back and had a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter, and then coming down the stretch, Huntington won the game 52-48. I know you had a chance to watch that game at courtside, Bob, and that was really an exciting game.
It was.
And so this is the final game of day 3 of this event. Event goes all the way to Saturday, and we appreciate the fine folks at New River Community and Technical College. What a great job they do in putting this basketball, I would say extravaganza. I don't know if you want to call it a tournament. I can call it extravaganza. It's a week-long thing here in Beckley, and I think they do a great job.
Oh, Mike Green does a tremendous job, and I mean, I had phone calls with him this summer. He was calling me, hey, can you call so-and-so, help get him in the tournament. The amount of time he spent scheduling this event, people have no clue. And then, once you get to the event, that's the easy part. That's when he has all the help in here and he gets to relax a little bit. But when he's all by himself and he's planning the event and he's organizing the event, that's the tough part of it. And he's done a really good job with this. Just don't know if he had enough cleaning crew for this many drops of blood.
Well, the thing about it is my eyes are nowhere near what they used to be. If they have blood, I sure can't see it, but I'm sure it's out there. As while we take a minute and we got a break, we want to talk about Loot Press. Loot Press, one of our streaming partners. Loot Press, today's news, tomorrow's platform. Southern West Virginia's #1 online source, serving the great people of West Virginia 24/7. You can check them out at www.lootpress.com. And, Bob, even though you don't actually coach anymore, I guess you never stop coaching. You've got so many contacts with coaches around the country, high school and college and players, and I'm sure you could assist anybody wanting to bring an event like this to Beckley.
Oh, it's fun. And I think he was calling about Huntington and Tyron Holmes, and he used to play for me, and Dave Tallman and Joe Schmidl up in the northern part. They've all coached in the Scott Brown games that I run, and spent a lot of time on the phone with Rick Green. Just good high school coaches. I've enjoyed watching them, and video production kind of brought me back to the high school game, and I've really enjoyed being a part of it.
Well, I'm put you on the spot a little bit. Have you ever thought about getting back into coaching?
Yeah, and then I'll wake up and say, boy, please don't do it.
Well, your family, I guess, at least your kids are pretty much grown. So I guess if you was decide to get back in coaching, your kids are grown.
Hey, I didn't know how to cut it off. I really didn't. It was 24 hours a day, and we can act like we're coaching this game, Maris, and go home undefeated no matter who wins.
Well, Bob, I've always said if anybody wins one game, they've won one more than I have, and I've been behind the mic for 30-plus years, and I kid a lot of the referees and coaches. I said I can coach a referee, broadcast all at the same time.
And I don't know if you can do any of it any good.
Well, I don't know if I'm any good at it. I didn't say whether I was good or not, but here's the thing.
I'm just joking with you, Maris. I know what you mean, coaching. You really do. You give your analysis during the game, and you've done a gazillion Beckley games. And as far as a historian of Beckley basketball, buddy, there's not many that know near the amount you do.
Well, I appreciate that. Maybe one guy, Bill O'Brien, who I worked with for many years. Here's Pikeview out of that timeout. A 3-ball is good by Nathan Reif.
Yeah, I think Nathan Reif went in there and found that jump shot on the break. And he's got all 5 of Pikeview's early points.
Once I said Fitzwater has checked into the ball game. And down the lane, Redfern, and they call a foul, or do they call a jump ball? What do they call?
An offensive foul.
Yep.
Yeah, got a charge.
Redfern took that big giant step into the center of the lane. So that'll be the first personal foul on Redfern. And the main thing is, will Pikeview be able to hold up with the Beckley pressure? Beckley swarming all over the basketball, and the ball's out of bounds, and it will be a turnover over to Beckley.
Let's take a look at that offensive foul. Redfern, yep, the defender in a good position. I think the other defender got a block on it, so the refs have been consistent with that call all evening.
Pikeview once again back in that zone. Redfern whips a pass. Good ball movement. Dillon for 3. Got it!
It's hard to play against Kobe Dillon in a zone. He gets those feet set. I mean, he's a big-time shooter, only a freshman.
That was great ball movement, too, to get him open and knock that down. Here's Beckley coming up with a steal. Walton, and he'll draw the foul. Can't get it to go, but he'll get to the line to shoot a pair. At that time, Beckley's defense becoming their offense.
Yeah. Nice head fake there by Walton. Now after the game started, you look for Pikeview to adjust their zone, make sure you know where Dillon is, make sure you know where Hefferman is, and then the rest of the guys kind of bluff until they hit one. And then if Beckley keeps shooting it at the level they are, then you try box him 1-3-1. If Beckley gets too comfortable against that 2-3 zone, you got to go to something else.
Nathan Cook will check into the Pikeview lineup for Beckley. Braden Hawthorne back in the game. And he didn't change his jersey number, but he is right around his elbow. He's wrapped there, so that's where obviously he was bleeding as both free throws are made by Walton to extend the lead. Beckley extends that full court pressure. Just really makes it tough for Pikeview, Bob, once they cross midcourt to really kind of get in their offense.
Yeah, and what they need to do is when they cross half court and they have a numbers advantage, attack it. Because if you don't attack it, you're just giving Beckley free reign to trap you again.
Round the horn they go. Reif on the drive off the glass, too strong. Dillon clears the rebound. Beckley's got numbers. Left of the lane, not there, but a tip up and in by Elijah Redfern.
Yeah, Redfern stayed with it. The easy thing to do is think your teammate's going to make the layup. Now Redfern just kept fighting. Good job.
Well, with Hefferman, he's probably a little too close. He's knocked down him threes. He missed that one, and Redfern there with the putback. Here's a three for Pikeview. Front of the rim, no good. That shot put up by Greer, and we got a foul on the rebound, and that's on Pikeview. But we got a replay coming. Pikeview just been overwhelmed in this first quarter.
Oh, they have. There's Hefferman on the miss. Redfern staying right with it. He's done about 12 good things and had one bad thing to charge. Other than that, he's made the right play every time he's touched the basketball.
Pikeview still staying back in that zone as Beckley works it around the horn. Go to Walton in the low post. Spins into the lane. Three ball from the right corner, a little strong, but Walton able to tip it back out. The one thing about it, Hefferman getting his first start, not shy about shooting the ball, is he?
No, shoot or shoot, baby.
And I'm sure, as you mentioned, Bob, that's why Coach Ron Kidd inserted him into the lineup to try to get more long-distance offense, and he has a good first quarter as he comes out of the game.
Yeah, and now both of the three-point shooters for this game coming out of the game at the same time. Let's see if Pikeview definitely should stay in that zone now.
So Staples will check into the ball game. MJ Staples into the ball game for Beckley.
Along with Zion Hawthorne.
Yep. Zion Hawthorne had started every game until tonight. Beckley trying to get 500 on the young season, trying to go 3-3. Zion Hawthorne with it. Walton with a high post, turnaround 15-footer, not there. And Zion Hawthorne gets the loose ball and lays it up and in.
Nice quick hands by Hawthorne. Zion Z Hawthorne.
Yep, the big Z. You got Zion Hawthorne and Braden Hawthorne. But this pressure is really, like I said, it's really worked on Pikeview. Here's a three on the right side. No good. Making Pikeview probably play to a little faster than maybe what they like. Ball's loose up underneath. They battle for it. And the possession will send it to Beckley. Cousins will check into the ball game. So Beckley up by 20, largest lead of the game right here.
Now Pikeview's extending into a little half-court trap.
Trying to get the ball to Fitzwater. It's a turnover. Here comes Pikeview in the open floor, a little mid-range shot, not there. That shot put up by Szymanski, no good. And maybe last shot time for Beckley, let's see. Nope, not going to hold it. They're going to got an open look. They take it's no good. By Cousins, Fitzwater with the offensive rebound and the put back.
Nice job by Fitzwater, a little half-hook spin move.
Coming down to the final 15 seconds of the quarter. There's a tough shot right of the lane, and it goes for Rife.
Yeah, Rife scoring the majority of Pikeview's points, if not all of them.
Z Hawthorne ahead of the buzzer for three, not there, and that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, it's been all Beckley. They have a 20-point lead, 27-7. Beckley, you're watching live streaming coverage of the 2023 New River CTC Invitational, streaming it live here on Video Productions.
Are you considering medical school? Students just like you have been drawn to the West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine, the state's largest medical school, right here in Lewisburg, West Virginia. Using the latest technologies, they immerse themselves in our hands-on, patient-centered, evidence-based approach to medicine. Then they go to meet the growing healthcare needs in communities like yours, here and across the nation. For more information and how to apply to WVSOM, contact our admissions department today.
We're two-time two-time National Coach of the Year and the National Champion in 2004, Coach Bob Bolin. I'm Maris Lowry, and boy, Coach Beckley had a big first quarter, leading by 27-7. Beckley really shot it well in that first quarter.
Oh, they did 10 out of 18. Beckley out-rebounded Pikeview 14-3. And Beckley had 6 players score. Pikeview only had 1. Rife had all 7 of their points. So somebody's got to help Rife for Pikeview and settle Beckley down.
There's going to be a foul in the first possession of the second quarter. Also, Preston Clary has checked into the Beckley lineup. So that's one thing. In the previous games, Coach Kidd has not been able to dip in his bench the way he has been here in the first half tonight.
No, he hasn't. This is getting some of these young guys valuable experience early in the contest. I think good move by Coach Kidd. No, he's having surgery tomorrow on his Achilles. He said he'll be. He said he'll be here Saturday. So,
trying for a backdoor cut. Good defense. Tough shot, a fall away, and it goes. That's a nice shot that time by Greer, and someone other than Rife able to score for Pikeview.
Yeah, Peyton Greer averaged 7.5 points a game.
Staples for 3 in the left corner. Got it. Kaboom.
Yeah, MJ Staples, feet set. He's known as maybe one of the better or the best defensive player on the team, showing his three-point shooting ability.
Here's Z Hawthorne, and he gets a steal and fouled. And you know, right, Bob, I'm sure obviously as a coach, that anytime you got a guy that's really known for his defense and can knock down a 3 ball, that's like just an added bonus.
Oh, yeah. And Staples been waiting for a little playing time. That was on the other end. That was a good play. That was by Greer, right?
Yes, tough little fall away by Greer.
Yeah, nice shot.
Minute into the second quarter. Z Hawthorne with it. Ball's turned over. Pikeview able to get a steal. You look out there in tonight's game, Beckley doesn't have a starter out there now as there's a shot straight away, not there. Cousins comes down with the rebound. Z Hawthorne will push it up. And we got a foul on Pikeview.
Yeah, put 2 hands on the dribbler. Automatic call, the referees. That's one of their points of emphasis this year.
So Damewood will check back into the Pikeview Panther line of their scheme of things into the lineup. Beckley will inbound on the baseline. Clary with it. Now Cousins, mid-range shot, in and out, not there. He had a nice soft touch, just wouldn't stay down for him. Here's Pikeview, 3 balls straight away. Back iron, no good. Put up by Rife. Cousins clears the rebound. Beckley on the move. Cousins with a nice pass to Clary and a finish right of the lane.
Yeah, Preston Clary, good hands, good catch, good finish. Vestal's not playing for Pikeview tonight, averaging 14.1, I guess out for the season. Wow.
Wow, big blow to Pikeview. Of course, Preston Clary had to fill in as there's a 5-second call. One of the big moments in that young man's career when he stepped up in the James Monroe game last week that we did as we watched this instant replay and calmly knocked down a couple of free throws that gave Beckley the 2-point win over James Monroe.
Yeah, Cousins, nice pass there to Clary. Clary with the good hands. Yeah, I'm sure of his young career, that's a big play. He's going to have many more. Real level-headed, smart basketball player. Good three-point shooter.
Around the horn they go. New player into the ball game as Beckley turns it over. Andre Wright checks into Beckley's lineup. So now I think everyone who's dressed has played for Beckley coach Ron Kidd here in the first half. And that's a rare thing, Bob, because as you well know, in any game, let alone in the first half, with 5.5 to go, are you able to get every player into the ball game?
Well, Beckley hasn't been up 32-9 yet either.
You know, there's a short jumper right of the lane is good by Neely.
Yeah, only a freshman. Neely, nice square up. He's got good size, nice-looking jumper.
Well, I think you'll agree. The one thing that I think, and obviously Coach Kidd, he needs to develop a bench, and this is how you do it, I'm sure.
Yeah, this helps. I mean, he's been going with his 5. Clary's been getting in there some. Hefferman's been in there some this year. And Fitzwater, he's been doing a good job.
Z Hawthorne with the floater on the baseline, a little strong. Rife clears the rebound for Pikeview. Here's Pikeview on the drive. Damewood into traffic, puts it up, no good. Battle for the loose ball. It's knocked around. Beckley comes out of there with it and a foul. Yeah, it's free throw time as Pikey's over the limit. So they should sound the horn and walk the length of the floor 1-and-1 time. So it'll be 1-and-1 time for Beckley. And it'll be Cousins at the free throw line. In fact, he's the only senior, Bob, on Beckley's roster. Cousins at the free throw line to shoot 1-and-1.
And I believe Cousins is a transfer.
He is,
from
so I've
Shady.
been told.
I think he's a transfer from Shady.
Yep.
Left hand, good outside shooter, athletic.
Makes the first one. He'll get the bonus.
Got the fancy tights on, the one-leg tights.
Yep. Very young
that's
team.
a sleeve. That's a knee sleeve, yeah.
Got them both. Very young team Coach Kidd has.
Yeah. I like Cousins' little jumper there. Nice, soft follow-through. Good-looking athlete.
So Beckley with this big lead, really still making it tough. And this is an opportunity, as we talked about, for other players to maybe earn more minutes. And there's a nice defensive play by Cousins. And he ties him up, or did they call a foul? I think they eventually called a foul.
Yeah, hey. Usually you see referees, it's called game management. When one team gets up 34-11, they tend to give some close ones to Pikeview, and I don't think that's happening yet. It's not into the game management mode yet.
Right.
I thought there was definitely a foul on Cousins.
Yeah. But, like you said, they could have perhaps not whistled it a foul. Nice drive, but Rife, it won't stay down. Cousins comes out of there with it. And that's definitely a foul. Cousins will get back to the line for the 1-and-1.
Yeah, they'll let you get away with that one hand check for a second, maybe two. But if you put two out there, instant foul.
Yeah, you're right. They'll call it every time. So Cousins will get to the line where he just made two. He'll shoot the 1-and-1. We're halfway through the second quarter. And Beckley scored the first 9 points. They've never looked back. And Cousins in and out. Boy, that was halfway down and popped back out on him. So here's Pikeview with it. Mercer County consolidation. My old stomping grounds when I went to Concord back in Athens. That's part of one of the schools into Pikeview. There's a drive, and we got a Beckley foul, a bump. I think that'll be on the drive.
Yeah, good job by Dame Wood. Squaring up, reading the proper gap. Good drive. Got the body contact.
There's that last play, the foul. So Pikeview will inbound the ball up under their own hoop. Trying to find a cutter. Ball's deflected. And we've got traveling. Even though the three ball was made, it's disallowed by Neely. And they'll call a turnover of travel, and the ball will go back to Beckley.
Pikeview going back to the 2-3.
And, you know, Bob, here in this first half, Coach Kidd, his reserves are getting a lot of minutes here.
Yeah, I think, you know, when you got guys been working hard in practice all year and you get a lead, I think that's a great job by Coach Kidd.
Yep, they deserve to play. They work hard. Cousins missed that last shot. But, two, as we talked about, if you're going to develop a bench, you've got to get them in game time. Got to get experience. Beckley turns them over. Ball loose. See Hawthorne now, he turns it over.
Ugly possession there.
Yep. And back the other way, turned over. Right in the open floor. And we've got a double dribble on Hawthorne. Yeah, so game here in the last couple, 3 or 4 possessions, multiple turnovers by each team.
Ugly.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say in a very nice way, Bob.
Yeah. Oh, and Beckley has played great basketball up until that switch, and that was that little 1 minute span, ugly by both teams. And
there's a little short jumper, like a half hook down on the baseline. That shot was put up by Neely and no good, and here comes Beckley with it. Around the horn they go. 3 ball by Wright. Not there, but Fitzwater had it for a minute. Back the other way with Pikeview. But we've been stuck on 30. It has 34. I thought it had 36. I could be wrong here. I was wrong earlier. I beg your pardon. I don't know how I gave him 2 extra points.
I'll tell you what, the first half of this game, now Hefferman's over with the starters. He's going, man, I'm usually with this group. And I'll tell you what, he made the most of his time getting the start. And Coach Kidd had told me earlier he was going with the same 5. So I don't know what happened, warm-ups, don't know why. But Hefferman definitely took advantage of his opportunity.
Here's a shot in the lane, not there. Pikeview, that was a good look. Staples thought about the 3, gets it to Fitzwater, and he banks it in.
Yeah, great unselfish play by Staples. Fitzwater able to square his body up. Nice kiss off the glass.
Yeah, Fitzwater, just a sophomore, got size on him, about 6'5".
Oh, good size, yes, sir.
And good hustle, and it's going to be knocked off of Beckley. But, you know, Fitzwater, I guess, and I say this as a project, not I don't mean that in a negative way, obviously in a positive way, but, you know, 6'5" is something that you can't teach. I mean, somebody, you're already 6'5", and continue, I'm sure, to work on his game, getting the minutes he's getting now. But he's got 2 more solid years past this year. Yeah. And like I said, 6'5" is, you know.
Yeah, and we had a good hustle play there by Hawthorne. Nice dive to the basket.
And a blocking foul on Beckley. We'll call that on Cousins. We'll watch the replay there.
Yep, good hard drive there. I think that was Damewood.
It is, and he'll get to the line to shoot 2.
Double D, Drew Damewood.
Pikeview playing their 3rd game in as many nights. Beckley played on Monday. It was a day game as Damewood misses the first one. Beckley was scheduled to play Bluefield on Tuesday because of a water issue at the Brushfork Armory. They've moved it up here to Monday, and Bluefield won that game. So when Beckley will go to Bluefield when the game was supposed to be here.
I believe that's February 3rd.
And he missed them both. Battle for the rebound. Pikeview comes up there with it, and they throw it away.
That was the right pass by Damewood. Got to know your receiver, and I mean, you got to know all those things, but I thought he made the right look, the right pass.
So coming up on the final minute of the first half, which has been dominated by Beckley. They scored the first 9. They've never looked back. Wright dials it up from distance, in and out. Heartbreak. That was halfway down and popped back out on him, and it's out of bounds. Or actually, we're going to have a foul.
Yeah, Andre Wright looks like a shooter. Not going in, but
good
you can
touch.
tell how soft the ball's hitting the rim, and he squares up good.
Yeah, there's misses and there's misses. He doesn't shoot bricks.
Exactly.
That was a good soft touch.
Yeah, he may be 0 for 4, but they're not bricks. You're exactly right, Marriage.
So we're under a minute for the half, and here is Pikeview with it. But Beckley's been really good on this end of the floor defensively, holding Pikeview just 11 points up to this point with the final 40 seconds here. And here's a 3 ball by Rife, is in and out, no good. Cousins with a rebound. And there's a turnover.
Yeah, they had Staples a long time, just missed him, got it too late.
Nice block by Wright. And Staples a little too much mustard on the pass to turn it over.
Yeah, I thought it was a good play by Staples. I thought Hawthorne should have had that. Great hustle play here.
Great block.
Andre Wright.
Well, he got some hops. He got up on that one, shows that athletic ability he has.
Oh, I'm impressed. I know the numbers aren't going to show it, but impressed with some of the things Wright has done.
Well, as the game unfolds and Coach Kidd watched the tape of the game, he's going to see a lot of things on film. Here's a turnover, trying to beat the clock before the end of the half, and the shot, they do beat the shot, but it doesn't go, and that's the end of the first half. At the end of the first half here in Beckley, your score, the Beckley Flying Eagles 36, Pikeview 11. We'll take a break, come back to recap the first half. You're watching live streaming coverage of the New River CTC Invitational here on Video Production.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Commercial vehicle collisions are no accident. Trucking companies must comply with state and federal mandatory regulations. Careless mistakes and greed can lead to devastating consequences. There's an army of injustice facing you. Insurance companies, claims adjusters, all working full-time to deny you compensation. We will stand up and fight for you, and that's our commitment. We are your advocates. Call New Taylor & Associates for excellence in advocacy.
No matter what it is you need, you'll find it at your local Par-Mar store. From gas to grocery, snacks, and everything else you always seem to run out of, Par-Mar stores has it. Need more savings? Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. You won't only see our stores in your neighborhoods, you'll see us in your neighborhoods too. We are proud to be in your town and proud to be a part of the community. Come see us at Par-Mar stores, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Are you considering medical school? Students just like you have been drawn to the West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine, the state's largest medical school, right here in Lewisburg, West Virginia. Using the latest technologies, they immerse themselves in our hands-on, patient-centered, evidence-based approach to medicine. Then they go to meet the growing healthcare needs in communities like yours, here and across the nation. For more information and how to apply to WVSOM, contact our admissions department today.
No matter what it is you need, you'll find it at your local Par-Mar store. From gas to grocery, snacks, and everything else you always seem to run out of, Par-Mar stores has it. Need more savings? Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. You won't only see our stores in your neighborhoods, you'll see us in your neighborhoods too. We are proud to be in your town and proud to be a part of the community. Come see us at Par-Mar stores, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Are you looking for ways to individualize your student-athlete's education? Over 200 students are now participating in WVSSAC programs across the state without being enrolled in full-time school. Parents and grandparents are finding freedom in choosing to homeschool without having to sacrifice the amazing benefits of youth athletics. Learn more at WVFUE.org or find us on Facebook at West Virginia Families United for Education.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with two-time National Coach of the Year and National Champion Coach in 2024, Bob 2024. I'm way ahead of myself. 2004, I'll get it right. Bob Bolin, I'm Maris Lowry, and Beckley at the break in front, 36-11. Beckley scored the first 9 points of the ball game to go up 9-0. They've never really looked back. They led by 27-20 at the end of one. They've expanded the lead, Bob, to a 36-11 lead here at the break.
Yeah, and that was predominantly because Beckley shot 52% from the field, and they held Pikeview to 22% from the field. Beckley out-rebounded Pikeview 22-9. Beckley forced 11 turnovers. Now, Beckley didn't take care of the ball greatly. Beckley had 8 turnovers themselves, but a 13 rebound advantage is huge, and a 30% shooting advantage is more than huge, and that's the difference in your contest right now.
And one of the good things, too, that Coach Kitt's got to be pleased with, he was able to get everyone that dressed, he was able to play his entire team in the first half, and that's something that rarely happens, and an opportunity playing Pikeview to give other players, because he's trying to develop a bench, because I would say through the first 5 games, if people were to assess Beckley, that would be maybe one of the points that say, hey, Beckley's got to develop a bench moving forward.
Yeah, and I mean, they've been playing 7 and getting 8 in there some games, and you know, the old Jerry Tarkanian philosophy was dress 12, play 8, and trust 5. And I believe that. Yeah, and Beckley's been getting 8 people in the game most of the year, but this is the time for those 9 through 12 to get some minutes. And when 9 through 12's getting some minutes, and my man Kellen Hefferman moved up into the 1 to 5, but I'll tell you what, he came out of the game on fire. He did a great job for Beckley. What were his stats, Maris?
He got 8 points, right?
I don't know what they
Yeah,
missed.
right.
Yeah, there it is.
8.
Yeah, 8 points on only 5 field goal attempts.
2 threes.
Yeah,
and
2 for 3 from behind the arc. I'll tell you, he's Beckley's leading scorer and only played 7 minutes. So he took advantage of his minutes.
Yeah, and that's a great job by the coaching staff to get everybody in. Well, we'll take another break, and Beckley's in front 36-11 here at halftime. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the second half as you're watching live streaming coverage of the 2023 New River CTC Invitational, streaming live on Video Productions.
Shopping pre-owned? Know this. Mountaineer Ford Pre-Owned and Mountaineer Crab Orchard have over 400 pre-owned vehicles available, including a huge selection of four-wheel drive trucks, all-wheel drive SUVs, and luxury sedans. Mountaineer has the vehicle you want at a price you want to pay. Credit approval is easy, and most vehicles come with a balance of a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. So shop Mountaineer's two great locations, Mountaineer Ford Pre-Owned and Mountaineer Crab Orchard, or shop them online at mountaineerautos.com. That's mountaineerautos.com.
Hey, Dark Roast drinkers, it's Dunkin', the place you didn't think was for you. Well, meet the side of Dunkin' you haven't seen. The darkest, roastiest side we've ever had. Pretty good dark voice, huh? Dunkin' Midnight, America runs on Dunkin'.
Are you looking for ways to individualize your student-athlete's education? Over 200 students are now participating in WVSSAC programs across the state without being enrolled in full-time school. Parents and grandparents are finding freedom in choosing to homeschool without having to sacrifice the amazing benefits of youth athletics. Learn more at WVFUE.org or find us on Facebook at West Virginia Families United for Education.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. Or your night. And while we'd like to bounce back like nothing happened, we all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care without compromising quality. Our experienced clinicians are here when and where you need us, and we keep it simple. Just walk in. So next time life pushes you over the edge, we're here for you. Learn more today.
And welcome back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. At the break, Beckley in front 36-11 with the coach, Bob Bolin, and not just the coach, but two-time National Coach of the Year and 2004 National Champion Coach when Mountain State University went out to the NAIA. And Bob, I'm sure that's of all the things you've done, of course, in basketball, obviously that's got to be the highlight of your career.
Without a doubt, and winning the national championship. Now the Glenville girls, we were the only team since 1947 to win a national championship. And then the Glenville girls won it last year. So they joined the party. I watched every second, cheered for those girls. But it was a good time for Beckley. Seems like another lifetime ago, but still have a lot of good memories of that.
Well, I'm going to get into this here in just a second. I want to Beckley played 11 players. Everybody that dressed played, and 9 of them scored.
Wow.
So that was really spreading the wealth around.
Sure.
9 of them able to score out of 11 that played.
Exactly, sharing the basketball.
But while we got a minute, I got a coaching story for you. I'd asked you earlier in the broadcast that had you ever thought about going back into coaching, and your response was, what did you say when I asked you that?
If I did, I woke up and came to my senses.
Okay, well, the reason I tell you that, Lou Holtz, when he was coach of Arkansas, his family all the time was complaining he was never home because, as you said, you spent all the time, 24/7, nothing, because you love basketball, he's doing football. So he went to his family and said, if you want me home more, here's what we're going to do. And they lived in this nice big house in one of the better places there when he was at Little Rock when he was coaching Arkansas. And he went to like one of the lower ends of town, and the picket fence falling down and the house about to cave in. And his kids said, well, what are we doing here? And he said, that's where we're going to live from now on if I quit coaching. They told him, stay gone more, go back to coaching.
I like that. That's a good one.
I knew you would like that about Lou Holtz.
Especially since he's a West Virginia guy.
That's right.
Lou Holtz.
Follow him through West Virginia.
I think the Charleston Gazette called a few years ago and asked if I'd ever coach high school, and I said, sure, at an orphanage. Didn't want to deal with those parents.
Well, the thing about it is, and, you you have coached for a long time. My brother is currently still coaching. Actually, he's coaching in South Carolina at Fort Mill. He coached in the state of North Carolina for 32 years and then retired there. And somehow they talked him into coaching, and he's actually the head coach at Fort Mill. But he didn't have any hair to begin with. He don't have any now. Last time I talked to him.
He was a good player. I remember him playing for Shady, big-time scorer, excellent basketball player.
And, he had coached a player in high school that went on to play for you.
Oh, yeah, Dwayne Richardson.
Yeah, Dwayne Richardson, that's right.
And then his son tragically passed away.
Yeah.
And, that was rough. That was rough on a lot of people. And, the first time I saw him play was your brother's team in here, Harding.
Yep.
Beat Woodrow in a really high-scoring 1 or 2 point game, and they had him, and I know my memory's great, Rico Greer.
Who went on to play at Pfeiffer, and they had another kid named Hines on that team. They had three college players off of that team.
Rico Greer ended up a big-time player.
Yeah.
All-American.
Yeah, and, Beckley had good players. They had Leon Smith that I can remember right off the top of my head.
Beckley had good players every year.
Yep. Ready to start the second half. And Coach Kidd back to his starters.
Yeah, and this is where Pikeview may consider something other than that zone, because you got the two big-time shooters for Beckley in the game right now.
Walton misses, and there's Hawthorne. He's one of the only two players that did not score in that first half. Here's a drive to the basket and a rejection. That was a nice block that time. Pikeview getting it down low. Little short shot won't go.
Yeah, when you work as hard as Pikeview did for that basket, and you watch Colton Thompson, man, made a great play and then just missed the bunny. Easy layup miss.
So they have to go retrieve the ball.
Yeah, you can look at Coach Thompson there. I don't know. I mean, he set up a great play, nice interior passing. And then his man comes out and knocks it down. Nathan Reif again. Big-time three.
Big-time three from the right wing. So Pikeview scores the first points of the second half.
That's why they missed the money. He wanted the extra one. Came out there. He knew he was going to knock down that tray.
You know what they say, why get two if you can get three, correct?
Yeah.
Even I can do that math. There's Redfern. Thought about the three, and he draws the foul. That's a nice play by Redfern.
Yeah, and Redfern's trying to get his shooters of basketball, and with his shooters, I'm talking about Kobe Dillon and Kellen Hefferman. They lit it up the first half, and with Pikeview in that zone, that'd be the first two you're looking at to get an open three-pointer.
Round the horn, Beckley goes. Redfern thought about the three.
Look at that play by Redfern.
Yep, fine. Dillon for a three. And he had a good look, just couldn't knock it down.
Yeah, even Dillon's misses look good. The ball goes up there soft. Good shooter.
You know the one thing, and here's Dillon with the steal. The one thing I will tell you about Dillon, will do it after this bucket.
Yeah, good job by Redfern getting out on the break. Nice finish. Didn't think about dunking it. Just get the bucket.
Through now 5.5 games, as there's a drive into the lane by Danewood with left hand, he couldn't finish. But Kobe Dillon has all of his field goals have been three balls except for one. He's made 1 2-point field goal in 5.5 games.
Yeah, he's a shooter.
And there's they find him. One. That's right. And a three. He had a good look, just couldn't get it to go. But, that's a weapon. And, you don't expect Dillon to take anybody off the dribble. People penetrate like they do there and find him behind the line.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing. And I think he's capable of going off the dribble and finding other people. And he'll add that mid-range game into his repertoire.
Here's a drive to the basket, blocked from behind. Good job by Hawthorne as he was able to block right from behind. Whip the pass inside and one and a foul.
Nice pass by Redfern. Jalen Walton took it up strong, definitely drew the contact and one. Contact came right over his shoulder. Look at that, slipped the pick, little ghost pick. And good job by Jalen Walton. Great camera work. You see our slow-mo there. That's big-time stuff.
And Walton cannot finish the three-point play. But, as far as a post player goes, in all the games I've done up to now, I would say Walton is as good or the best post player I've seen. Of course, you don't find too many You don't find too many players, though, that play with their back to the basket.
That's a good rebound by Walton, kicking it out there to Redfern.
Here's Hawthorne trying to get his first points and a jump ball. And it'll go the other way.
Yeah, Hawthorne didn't get many minutes that first half, and trying to make up for it now. Got that cut and had blood all over the court.
Yeah, he had to leave the game, and he missed some quality minutes there when, like I said, you can see his elbow is wrapped where he had to take him out of the game because he was bleeding. There's a turnover, and then back to Pikeview.
Beckley's still in their aggressive man-to-man, and, you know, they're not trying to run up score. That's what they play. You know, Beckley plays man-to-man, and that's what they're going to continue to play. Good loose ball. Golly, there's a lid on the bucket for Pikeview.
Neely couldn't get that to go. Back the other way. Here's Beckley. Here's a three on the right side. Good look, not there. Hefferman, who had made, has already got 2 threes and a 2 in the ball game.
Yeah, good quick release. That's 2 for Dillon and 1 for Hefferman. This score here, here's your 2-pointer. Nope.
Yeah, maybe if he can catch up to it, and no. They had the right idea, just stood a little too far out in front of Kobe Dillon. And we got a timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them, be right back. You're watching live streaming coverage of the New River CTC Invitational here on Video Productions.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
We welcome you back in to the Raleigh County Convention Center. At this time, we would like to thank one of our streaming partners, Raleigh County Prevention Coalition. You can dial them up, 681-222-0030. You can also find them on Facebook. The mission of Raleigh County Prevention Coalition is to facilitate community partnerships and increase capacity for substance abuse prevention, education, and increase awareness about wellness through their base programs. The fine folks at Raleigh County Prevention Coalition. Out of the timeout, Pikeview will have it. Beckley scored the first 9 points of the game. They've led wire to wire. They led by 20 at the end of the quarter. 27-7, led 36-11 at the break. 40-14 the lead now. Looks like Beckley going to play a little zone, Bob.
Well, they are. Good time to get some work in it.
Here's a three on the left side, not there. And Walton skies high for the rebound. Dillon for three. He had a good look, and once again, he's missed the ball, just rolled right over top of the bucket.
Yeah, all 3 of his misses have been really close. I mean, you can just tell he's a big-time shooter, not going in right now.
Now Beckley has switched. Looks like they've gone man-to-man.
Yeah, they'll do that on a miss. When you practice all year, getting back into a man-to-man, it's hard to go back and all of a sudden play zone. They may play zones after a made field goal or after a dead ball.
There's a short shot not there and a foul. And that foul is going to go against Brett Samowski.
Yeah, Samowski. Aggressive player gets a little upset when he has a miss and brings out that hatchet.
He took a swipe.
Yeah. And the Beckley players, it doesn't bother. They just put the foul in the book and get back. And Pikeview in that zone. Look for Hawthorne on this possession. I think they try to get Hawthorne a shot here.
Well, Dillon's like they're not going to come out on him. He was about ready to launch a 3-ball.
Yeah, I'd say Hawthorne hadn't got him a look in a while. Say his teammates sense that.
Here's his 3 from the corner, not there. Hefferman has kind of cooled off a little bit.
Yes, he has.
Pikeview working it around, trying to get the ball inside, and they throw it away. Oh, we can say Beckley hit it last.
I think Dillon did right there at the end. And I'll tell you, let's take a look at that. Yep, right off of Dylan's right hand. Boy, if this was late in the game and they got to go like college, you'd have that monitor right down there for them, Brian. That's right there, but right off you saw what they say when the ball changed directions.
Yeah.
When you saw the laces change direction.
The directory is what they say, right?
Yeah, right
and
there.
We appreciate all the great camera work of our people, the heavy hitter Nick Eskins, also producing and directing. Brian Shepard, there's a 3 on the right side, not there.
I've got my man Jason Boland up there tonight on the camera. First time all year.
Andrew's brother.
Yeah.
Where is Andrew tonight? I miss my partner.
Studying.
Well, maybe that's a good place for him to be, right?
Yeah, he took a winter term class, and he's home doing work tonight.
Deep 3 by Redfern, not there.
That's what he's doing tonight. Yes, he is.
And we got a whistle away from the ball, battling for position in the post, and I think they're going to call an offensive foul. So it's going to go against Pikeview. David Thomas gets whistled for the foul, trying to back up. Yep, trying to clear out in the paint. And it'll go back the other way. So Beckley's only scored 4 points in this quarter. Of course, Pikeview's only scored 3.
Well,
here's Dillon, thought about the 3. Around the horn they go. Redfern in the corner. Left it off the side of the glass. Hefferman says, the heck with 2, I'll shoot a 3, not there.
All right, well.
In the possession, we'll turn it over to
since this is the first time of the year with our producer, Brian, and the game's got boring. I might just tell it like it is, not going well. Brian, I'll tell you a little story about Maris here that he doesn't talk about on air, and I'll just tell the truth. His dad was ranked number 7 in the world in boxing. Yeah, that's big-time stuff, isn't it? His dad was number 7. What weight?
Well, he fought as welterweight.
Welter. I was going to say welter. 147.
Right, 47. You're right on, Bob. Yeah.
Oh, I used to look at those pictures. That's pretty good stuff here. Number 7 in the world. All right, well.
Robert Lowry.
To me, it was Mr. Lowry.
Well, I'll tell you another story as they turn it over. Here comes Redfern. And a finish.
Nice move by Elijah Redfern.
You know,
little right-left crossover, sweet finish.
Bob, my mom was looking at pictures the other day. There's a picture there when Rocky Marciano, right before he tragically passed away in a plane crash in 1969, was a guest referee at the Golden Gloves in '68. My mom's got a picture with my dad and my oldest brother, Mark. And also, I remember Angelo Dundee coming to our house and my mom serving Angelo when Jimmy Ellis fought here in Beckley back in the late 60s, early 70s.
That's all right there, Redfern. Little right-left crossover.
I know we're off topic a little bit.
No, well, I got us there now. I thought we needed a story there. Now we can get back on it. Becca Redfern got us quiet with a nice little crossover move.
Here's Z Hawthorne into the game. Dillon an open look for 3. And couldn't get it to go. Walton skies for the rebound. Couldn't get the putback. Stays with it and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, good job by Walton, not giving up, staying with it. And we told some stories like Ron Kidd getting Achilles tendon surgery in the morning. Boy, that can't be too pleasant. Wish him the best of luck with that surgery.
Yeah, he had told me that happened when they had a game, as the 3 is no good, a faculty versus the team.
Yeah, and I think he went in for a dunk and didn't get it. I mean, that's the story I'm sticking with.
Oh, well, he didn't tell me that.
Yeah, he went in. Well, he may have been dribbling at a half court into it, but I think he was going in for a dunk, and that tendon just ruptured.
Well, Ron's a tad older than you and I. I'm 60. You're almost 60.
No, yeah, I don't know where you're getting that from. I still think he was going in for a dunk.
Well, he didn't say otherwise, so I'm just going to let it go. Last shot time for the 3rd. And Pikeview gets a shot up for 3. It's not there. And that shot was put up by Cook, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. At the end of 3, it's all Beckley. Flying Eagles up 44-14. We'll go to the 4th as you're watching live streaming coverage of the New River CTC, streaming it live here on Video Productions.
Hey, Dark Roast drinkers. It's Dunkin', the place you didn't think was for you. Well, meet the side of Dunkin' you haven't seen. The darkest, roastiest side we've ever had. Pretty good dark voice, huh? Dunkin' Midnight. America runs on Dunkin'.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
Yeah, we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. And Bob, we take a look at some of these numbers through the third quarter. And the shooting for Beckley, 17 of 40 from the floor. But Pikeview's only made 6 field goals, 6 of 34. And 2 of those 6 have been from downtown. Beckley, 5 of 18 from behind the arc.
Yeah, Beckley, after shooting 52% the first half, came in there at 4 for 15, 27% that half. So Coach Kidd's going with his starters a little bit, 3 of his starters, try to take him out of the game on a good note before he substitutes, and which I don't blame him.
Right, and Z Hawthorne is in the game now. He had started up until tonight, so he's technically like a starter.
Yeah, and
as Fitzwater,
he really got 4 of them. Yeah, I agree with you.
Redfern on the drive, pull up, and knocks it down on the left baseline.
Now Redfern's one of the best around at that pull-up jumper mid-range. Good job by Elijah Redfern. You can tell Coach Kidd told him there, terrible third quarter. Let's get back at it. Now Beckley is going to work on their zone some, and you never know when you're going to need it. So I think it's a good time to work on different things and, try to get ready for the rest of the year.
And as you stated, after a made bucket, which Redfern hits the shot and they get back to play the zone.
Yeah. And out of a miss, they'll go back to their man-to-man.
So it'll be Pikeview's ball. We're not quite a minute into the fourth quarter. Beckley scored the first 9 and led by 20 at the end of the quarter, and it's really been all Beckley. Pikeview just a little overmatched here tonight. There's a 15-footer straight away, shot up and no good.
Yeah,
and the putback's not there. Walton Skies to get the rebound.
Yeah, Nathan Reif not in there right now. He has 10 of their 14 with Elijah Redfern with a sweet little Euro reverse layup.
Yeah, when they get the ball to him out like that in the open floor, he tacks the basket.
Hard to stop.
Yep, good things are going to happen for Beckley when he does that.
Yes, he can score off either foot, score with either hand. Really good open court player.
So here's Beckley working on that zone. Here's a 3, and that's too strong. That 3 is put up new player into the game. Jarrett Vestal took that 3 back the other way. Z Hawthorne misses the easy layup.
Yeah, nice pass there by Dylan. Zahn Hawthorne missed the bunny.
And, of course, Pikeview, they've mixed in a few extra players, too, that maybe trying to get a little more minutes. Is what do we got? A held ball, and the possession arrow will keep it with Pikeview. Gontherman checks into the ball game. Matthew Murphy into the game for Pikeview. So both teams able to play a lot of people here tonight. There's a Beckley foul.
Yeah, good, strong spin move there by Zayden Needley, only a 9th grader. Let's take a look at this. Pasco showed his numbers, nice spin move, drop step. Yeah. Really good fundamental move by the freshman.
Yeah, Fitzwater got him on the arm.
If our president of video productions had Fairmont and East Fairmont tonight, I believe 2 undefeated teams. I was looking at it. It was a close game in the second quarter. I don't have the final on that yet, but we'll try to call up to the production truck and see if somebody can get us that final.
Both free throws are made, and Bob, if I'm not mistaken, I think Morgantown Parkersburg South were playing tonight.
It is the big game.
Yes,
big
game. Yes.
Maris, you know your stuff, buddy. That's the biggest game in the state tonight. I'm glad you brought that up. We actually called for video production about doing it, but we don't follow either one of those 2 teams, and didn't happen. But big game. I'd love to know the score of that one tonight too.
Now they were playing that. I'm not really sure where the game was at.
Parkersburg South.
At South. Well, I'll tell you, South is they're really good, but they're really good at home. Oh yeah. Here's a steal. Beckley got numbers, 2-on-1. And what a finish.
Yeah, Elijah Redfern, little fake right-left crossover, came back with a left-right. Let's look at this. Boom. Fake, left-right, nice, strong move, and 1. Now I like Elijah Redfern. Yeah. I think he's one of the top guards in the state of West Virginia.
I would most definitely agree with that as he polishes off a 3-point play. Of course, I had a chance to see Parkersburg South in the event you had over at Shady High School in that scrimmage, and they beat a very good George Washington team in that scrimmage about 30 points.
And didn't have their football players.
Right. And I know I haven't seen Morgantown, but I know how good they are.
They are good. Yeah, I think that's a big one.
There's a shot from the right elbow is good. Neely knocking that in.
Neely, that's a good-looking freshman. Is that right on here? You think he's really a freshman? That's what they have on this jersey. I'll tell you what.
Neely, yep, got him as a freshman. Here's another thing,
too. He's going to be a good one.
Z Hawthorne dials up a 3.
Yeah, man. Got word from our truck there. Fairmont Senior 65, East Fairmont 58. The Polar Bears stay undefeated.
Yeah. Parkersburg South, we're thinking that's the other big game against Morgantown. But, Bob, probably just like last year, looks like maybe Shady and Fairmont are on a collision course.
Maris, I see some collisions there. I see a Bluefield-Chapmanville collision. There's Dillon.
3 for Dillon.
And Kobe Dillon knocks down the 3. Nothing but net.
Single A, I'm sure there are other good teams. There's a steal as Redfern should be able to go in easily. And slam dunk.
Yeah, Elijah Redfern in the open court. Skies over the rim, and Coach Kidd comes in with a new group. I believe he's coming in with 3. There's Redfern. Little 1-2 up over. A little cock behind the head. Pretty good dunk there.
But, Bob.
The Russian judge gave him a 4, but the rest of us give him a 10.
Like the 1972 Olympics when the Russians got 3 chances, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, in watching James Monroe, and they were 1 3-point shot away from beating Beckley. I can't imagine that there would be another single A team, and I'm not proclaiming James Monroe is going to win the championship in January.
I will.
But it would be hard to think that there would be a single A team with the size and length of Beckley that James Monroe will face on their march to the title.
I'll tell you what, I like James Monroe's team. We'll see what happens with him and the Shady Spring Tigers tomorrow night.
Yeah, that should be quite a game.
Yeah, Shady's a different animal, buddy.
Yeah. Z Hawthorne finishes. That was a tight game the other night with Shady and Princeton, and then Shady just pulled away to win the game by 25. So there's a 3 on the right side. Good. Rife has been their main offensive player.
Rife has come in here to play this evening. It's 13 points for him. Feet set. He hasn't blinked.
Z Hawthorne, a deep 3, and it goes out of bounds. We're under 3 minutes for the ball game.
Wow, Maris, we just got the score in. Morgantown 71, Parkersburg South 59 at Parkersburg South. That makes Morgantown a solid number 1.
Absolutely.
Nobody even a close second. Big win for Dave Tallman.
Well, when you can go on the road and you can beat Parkersburg South and you can beat them by double digits, that's a big statement.
It is.
Rife for 3, not there. Fitzwater had it.
Rife has a good-looking 3-point shot. Nice steal by Fitzwater.
And here's Hawthorne. Hawthorne going to the basket. That would be his first bucket of the night as he turns around and knocks it down.
Yeah, Braden Hawthorne, nice little jump stop, stayed under control. Good finish.
Pikeview continuing to play hard as there's a 3 in and out. Cousins with the rebound. That shot was put up by Bailey. Just put into the lineup. Here's Wright. If he can make this, everybody, I was going to say, if that would have went in, Wright, everybody who played for Beckley would have scored. He's the only one that hasn't scored yet. And he's had some good looks and shot the ball well. He just has not been able to get it to go down. And we got what do we got? Turnover. So we'll come down to the final 151. And got 2 more days left of this great event that New River Community and Technical College put together. It's a great event. Started back in 2019. And I remember the very first one was 1 day, and it's expanded now to a full week.
It has. And Mike Green does a good job of raising scholarship money for students and student athletes at New River. And, I mean, New River doesn't have an athletic program, but, you know, he gets scholarship for the athletes in this tournament. Really good tournament, something good for our area, something positive.
Fitzwater dials up a 3, not there, gets his own rebound and draws the foul.
Fitzwater's three-point shot really looks good. Squares up, has great backspin. The BEEF acronym, balance, eyes, elbow, and follow-through, baby. And all three of those, let's look at him on this foul shot.
Spoken from a true coach. And speaking, you know, you're talking about Mike Green. You actually coached Mike Green in your days as an assistant at Beckley.
Yes, we did. 92 state championships.
Right. And, you know, Bob, I tell people this, and people don't quite remember like I do, but coming up this March will be the 30th anniversary, and you were on the bench, correct me if I'm wrong, when Beckley came back from down 20 in the fourth quarter against Brooke to win that semifinal game, correct?
I think that was 93.
It was right, 93. This will be the 30th.
Oh, 30th. Okay, yeah. Mike Green, I believe.
No, Mike Green was in 92,
yep,
right.
But
exactly I'm saying
right.
But this March will be the 30th anniversary of that.
Yeah, the same anniversary as when the parent coached the choke. Choked the coach for Brooke after the game. We came down 79 or 59 to 39 going into the last quarter.
And, Bob, I got to tell you a story about that night. And I'll tell you this. Bill and O'Brien and myself obviously were there, and I'm going to tell you this story right after this shot. And let's see if when you see Bill's ball, if Bill will remember this. But in the semifinal game,
and hold up, I got to go with my man.
Yeah,
my man got fouled early in the first quarter. Is that Vestal? Jared Vestal? Is that 34? I tell you what, that's a nice, strong power move. The big fella and one. I got to get him. I thought he made a great move in the first half, and we didn't get him on there. Go ahead, Maris.
Well, I can tell you the story. I remember.
Now, Maris, this story's got to end in a minute.
It's going to end real short.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So before the game, as the teams are warming up, Bill asked me, what do I think? And I said it'll be a 20-point lead going into the third quarter. I mean, at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth, and it was. Only I thought Beckley would be ahead by 20, not behind by 20. True story. You asked Bill O'Brien about that.
Oh, Beckley. Hey, there's my man. I tell you what, I like Fitzwater. That jump shot, what I told you, balance, eyes, elbows, follow through. His jump shot looks perfect. Get him some playing time. Good job by Beckley tonight. He's going to be all right.
3 ball not there for Pikeview. That shot was put up that time by Cook. Play the final 30 seconds of this. Here's a run out by Bailey, and he'll finish right of the lane.
Bailey, only a sophomore. Looks like a football player, only good shoulders, good athlete.
And Beckley doesn't need to shoot. They probably just run out the time. Just hold it. Good, solid victory. Everybody got in the game. And Beckley will run it out and win the game 66-26. So there's your final score. Beckley with the victory, 66-26. Beckley will even their record to 500 at 3-3. Pikeview will fall to 3-6. Take a break, come back, and recap the game. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 2023 New River CTC Invitational here on Video Productions.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Arch Beckley, a subsidiary of Arch Resources, is now accepting applications at their mine located in Eccles, West Virginia. Arch Beckley is hiring for equipment operators and preparation plant positions. Arch Beckley offers a comprehensive, highly competitive benefits package, excellent pay, and a bonus program. Submit your application in person at Arch Beckley in Eccles, West Virginia, or check the Arch job site, beckley.aimtrack.com. That's beckley.aimtrack.com. Arch Resources, an equal opportunity employer.
Commercial vehicle collisions are no accident. Trucking companies must comply with state and federal mandatory regulations. Careless mistakes and greed can lead to devastating consequences. There's an army of injustice facing you. Insurance companies, claims adjusters, all working full-time to deny you compensation. We will stand up and fight for you, and that's our commitment. We are your advocates. Call New Taylor & Associates for excellence in advocacy.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
No matter what it is you need, you'll find it at your local Par-Mar store. From gas to grocery, snacks, and everything else you always seem to run out of, Par-Mar stores has it. Need more savings? Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. You won't only see our stores in your neighborhoods, you'll see us in your neighborhoods too. We are proud to be in your town and proud to be a part of the community. Come see us at Par-Mar stores, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
And welcome back into the Raleigh County Convention Center as the Beckley Flying Eagles have defeated Pikeview 66-26. Beckley is now 3-3. Pikeview is now 3-6. And Bob, before we get into the numbers of this game, your take on this big Beckley victory?
Yeah, just Elijah Redfern keeping his team involved. I mean, he has such an efficient 17 points on 8 of 11 field goals, had 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Beckley's defensive pressure was just too much for Pikeview, and an easy win for the Flying Eagles.
Yeah, Beckley played 11 players. 10 of them scored. As Bob told you, Elijah Redfern led the way with 17, and there's a few others right on the verge of double figures. Kobe Dillon with 9, also 9 for Jalen Walton, 8 for Kellen Heffernan. Also, as we look down here, like I said, other players got in the game. Beckley was 26 of 54 from the floor. Pikeview 10 of 46 from the floor. Pikeview 3 of 18 from downtown. Beckley 7 of 23, and Beckley wins the ball game in a big way by the score of 66-26. So we're going to wrap it up from here tonight. We appreciate our entire staff. For my partner tonight, Bob Boland, for the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and for our main guy, Mr. Brian Shepard. I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Beckley beats Pikeview 66-26. Till we talk at you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.